There was blood in the parking lot where the victim had been treated as he had been shot in the head. From the statements that we could gather, Mr. Ramos went into the credit union and used the ATM machine. When Mr. Ramos came out, you have 3 15-year-olds and a 13-year-old standing in the parking lot.
He had no idea. It was dark. He returned to his car and he died.
These kids, they just opened fire on him. They actually got into Mr. Ramos's car after they shot him. They took the keys, they couldn't get it started. And then at that time, they were hearing sirens and they started to run.
I mean, you guys know how they caught the guys, right? It was snowing. They followed their footprints right to, that's how they all got caught.
They had tracked the suspects through the snow and they had recovered several handguns where they were picked up. Curtis was wearing one glove and another glove was found where the guns were thrown over a fence. All 3 guns were fired. The 4 of them were transported to the jail. They were joking about this. They were having a good time about the fact that they had killed this guy and even talked about how they'd shot him in the head above the left eye.
They were kind of heroes among their fellow inmates. I've thought about that probably for the last 24 years. They had no idea what they were facing.
They were intent on committing some type of crime that night.
They stole guns from one of their father's cars. They then went on a crime spree, including burglaries.
They may have tried to carjack somebody else at the Aurora Mall earlier that evening.
It was a black 4x4. Dion walked up to him, pointed the gun at him, and told him get out the car, and the guy drove off. Dion fired one shot at him.
So they had planned to carjack somebody that night prior to finding Mr. Ramos.
Now, they were getting ready to leave. I was like, are y'all leaving? They said, yeah, we're about to go home. We're about to drive to go home. So, oh, you have a car? He said, yeah, it's not completely mine.
They seen his car, they watched Chris go to the ATM machine, and these 4 kids. He took my friend's life. That was all.